Enlightenment. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please press the notification button so each time I post, you will get notified. Also, check me out on my other platforms, my Telegram, my YouTube, my Rumble, and here on YouTube. Alright, so it's been an interesting journey. That's all I gotta say. It's been a very interesting journey. But let's get to it. Alright, so yesterday. Thank God my voice is better today. Oh, I was praying. I did have a rough night. I barely slept. So forgive the bags under my eyes. Because I don't want you coming at me. Because last time, people came at me because I had dark fucking eyes. Like, dude, I got a life. I got shit in my mind. Just like everybody else. But, so yesterday, I went to the doctor's. And I have some good news for you guys. I no longer have to wear the dog collar. Guess what? The other thing is, I get to drive again. Which I'm so ecstatic about. I even want to cry. Because you know what it's like? Not to drive for 2 months? It's been ridiculous. Like, dude, I want, like, usually I just up and go. Like, if I want to go somewhere, I just up and go. And I couldn't do that. So that was a struggle. I had to learn. I had to understand patience. I had to understand that it's not always my way, and I can't always get what I want. But I can get what I want in due time. See the difference? So I believe me going through this transition showed me a lot of things about myself, about stop having so much control. Just let God lead, and God will give you the tools at the moment that you need it, especially when you feel like you don't see a way out. Even though, because you're in that mix of like, because going through the surgery put me in a really messed up mindset. It was because of the pain, not working, not, like, I'm saying, like, control. Like, I had control over everything. And then when I lost that control, I felt like I lost myself. And then I've realized that yesterday, when I got the opportunity to drive again and to be independent again, I felt like it was like a relief. It was like, I was thanking God all day yesterday. I prayed, and meditated, and I also spoke with some of my kids, my clients. So they made me cry. They're like, when are you coming back? I said, I still have another like month. I can't fully come back, but I do have, like, I can drive. So so she got a little emotional, and I got emotional, and then we both started to cry, and I'm like, she's like, I miss you so much. So that like broadened my, like, just hearing her, because I can't tell her story because of the fact that it's confidential. It's a client. But the thing is, when you're into, like, when you come in contact, especially when you work in the mental health field, right? All these kids have traumas. All these kids have problems. All these kids just want to be heard. And it's like God gave me this job because I've always wanted to work with kids. I've worked at Head Start. I've done all that. But this is like a different type of experience, right? It's an experience where, like I said, the child just wants to be heard and understood. And I'm glad that God gave me this opportunity to build relationships and to help and to let them know that they're not alone and that they have someone to talk to, when, especially when they don't see another outlet to talk to, right? Because I know I don't talk to anybody. Yes, I've talked to therapists. They don't work. They also try to take my kids away. So, no, I don't care for therapists. I am a therapist, but I'm an energy therapist. It's completely different from what the government shows you compared to your self-involvement in the holistic world, right? Because I am a holistic teacher. So you have your holistics, and then you have your government controlled agencies, right? And they all have an agenda, but my agenda was to help whoever I could with what I've went through. Just a opening ear, just someone to listen. Me stay quiet and then them speak. And then I could share a little bit about my own personal experiences. And then they sit and they think. And that's what, like, I love about it. And then there's kids that don't have that, they have that self-doubt. Just like I did, because my mom said I would never be shit, right? So these kids, okay, let's say, prime example, there's a child that wanted to do track. They're like, well, I don't think I could, you know. I was like, well, why don't you do some research? See if you like it. Why don't you try it out? Just try it out for the semester. See if it's willing, if that's what you really want to do. And guess what? When I was talking to this child, she said, you know what, Eve? She's like, I really want to try out state track. I said, that would be awesome. But I said, look at this. I said, last year, this was your first year of doing track. You still need endurance. You still need to learn. You still need to grow. I said, first, let's start small and then start big. I said, try another year of track. I said, don't do varsity just yet, because varsity is hard. I did varsity track, and I didn't last long. Plus, I had other personal things that were going on in my life anyways, so I never finished doing track as I wanted to. So I said, just give yourself another year to see if you really, really want it. And I said, look, also, you could train your brother to do track, because he wants to do track too. I said, so you both can you can teach him, you could be, and you could learn from each other. And she's like, you know what? She's like, Eve, that's a good idea. So look how much impactful you have with your voice, with who you are as an individual, and what are you showing to the world? So, yeah, I get to drive again. My voice is a little bit better today, thank God. I was praying. I was annoyed for the last few days. I was really freaking annoyed. Especially yesterday when I was trying to talk. I was like, ugh. So, today is better. Today I got some work done. I got all my bills paid today, so I was excited. I was like, at least that's in the back burner. I don't have to worry about that. And now I'm just on to other things, obviously. Doing some personal work for work. But just look at what you're going through and look at it. Look at the bad, but look at the good, but look at the bad, and how much you've come through that. Because like when I was going through the neck surgery, I was, like I said, I was in a really, really dark place. And like I said, about control and like not helping, you know, because I cook, you know, I do everything. So, and then having that, and then having my son have the responsibility to do that. And he's like, Mom, it's okay. I got this. He reassured me, and he just, I just love my son. My son has been, even though him and I didn't see my son for 4 years. Like, I did, but I didn't, because he was going through some things, some personal things that he pretty much did on his own, but he had to learn from those lessons that he created on his own. And I think as he's getting older and he's realizing that, I was just there to help him and to try to help him make the right decisions for his future, not for mine, because I'm not living his life. I could just guide him, I could give him the tools, but I can't make him do it. But now that he's getting older and he's realizing, as him and I sit down and have conversations, and I believe everybody should have a conversation with their child. Have that bond with your child, because they will respect you more. Especially when you just listen. They only want you to listen. They don't want you to put their input. I was doing that at one time. I was putting my input, and then I realized it wasn't getting me anywhere. As I said, it's 11:11. And I think now that these last few months that he's seen me going through what I'm going through, like last night, we took a ride. I took them to eat. And when I was on my way home, I started to get it's just like pain in my throat was just like so unbearable. It was going through, like, it was going to the back of my neck and shooting up to the top of my temple. And I was just like, all I wanted to do was just get home. And my son's like, "Ma," and he realized that I wasn't trying to show it, but he can realize that I was in extreme pain. And he's like, "Mom, it's the elevation. Just breathe." I said, "Thank you." You know what I mean? So he's kind of like my protector, my guide, my safety net. And even though him and I collage, because he's a Leo, he's a fire sign, and he also has autism and ADHD pretty bad. I've seen how much he's grown. And I thank God every day, and I pray for my kid every day, because I know what it's like not to have parents. Well, not to have a dad. He has a mom, but he doesn't have a dad. And I always tell him, I understand from your point of view of not having a dad, but he's also seeing the relationship between me and my foster mom too, and he did not like it at all, which he had every right to, because that's not how I treat him. So, like I tell him, I said, "Look, I never had both. At least you have one." So he sat and he was thinking, had his mind working, and then he realized, and I seen he started to change more. He sees that I don't have anyone here for me. He has his grandmother. He could go to his grandma's whenever he wants to. It's his choice. And he sees that I don't have that. Like, his uncle comes up once in a while, my brother does. But he's married. He has responsibilities. He takes care of the house. His wife works, and he takes care of the house. He takes care of the kids. He takes care of a lot, just not the bills. So the roles are reversed in that situation. It's because that's works for them. And my brother would rather sit with his children, teach his children, and be there for his children, because you know why? Because he didn't have that. So I have to respect that point of view of why he does things, because him and I have been on this journey for a long time. Him and I have been in different homes as young children. We didn't have a home of our own until we got put in to my foster mom's home, which was when I was about 4 years old. And then she adopted us at 9. So, me and my brother we have been through a lot. And if he calls me right now and says, "Hey, I need to come up right now," I will go pick him up. But he's too prideful. And I understand. He wants to put his kids first. And I have to understand that, even though I don't like the circumstances that I see, But the universe will work something out for him. And I pray that he can find the peace that he craves for. And the love that he so deserves. Because my brother deserves everything. But, let's not get mushy and pushy here. So yeah, I just want to say, like, things are working out. It's taking its time to work things out, but God, I think, has a bigger purpose for all of us. As we don't see it just yet, we just have to let it unfold in God's timing, not ours. And as I'm not fully 100% back to work, at least I could get to work from home, and I could still work on myself. And that's the goal, is to keep on working on myself, because I know my triggers, especially with the surgery. My PTSD has been really, really bad. So I'm still working on that. Because it's been rough. Let's just say I didn't think I was going to make it. The 2 weeks of surgery, like when I had the surgery, I was just praying to God every day, like, please just, whatever it is that you want me to see, let me see it from a higher perspective, and let me see it for my highest and greatest good. And I think God just put me away from everything, so I could self-evaluate myself and understand my own needs and my wants, instead of worrying about what everybody else, because I always focus on everybody else. And my son said that to me too, which is really interesting. My son said, Mom, you always worry about everybody else, but you don't worry about yourself. And I think that was God's way of saying, like, Eve, just take your time. It's still going to be there. You still got things to do. So even though when you're in a rough situation, whatever that may be to you, just look at it that God is protecting you from something. That God wants more for you, not less. So treasure what you have, embrace the challenges, even though they're not pretty, even though they're hard, even though you don't see a solution. Just have patience with yourself, and just keep on praying and asking God for directions, even though if you feel lost, if you feel confused, if you feel like you're not worthy enough. Because a lot of us that are in this position, sometimes we feel like we're not worthy enough, because we're so used to giving to everybody else, and we're not used to giving to ourselves. So that was your message, because I got work to do. I did some things this morning, and like I said, I paid some bills. I got some personal stuff out. Now I have a whole bunch of appointments. Since now I could drive, I have loads of appointments to call, and so I have lots to do, because 2 months has been like, what the heck. But I'm still gonna focus on myself, obviously, and see where the Lord brings me. You know what I mean? Just keep on praying for wisdom, strength, and understanding on the next path ahead, on the next journey. And I know a lot of us are on different timelines. Some of us are higher timelines than others. Some of us worked harder than others. And that's okay. Everybody's on their own. Everybody will get there on their own time. So I send you all love in the world. God bless you all. Have a great day. Have gratitude. Thank God for everything that you do have instead of what you don't have. And remember, it's not always about money. It's about the soul. It's what you're doing for God, for the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, Jesus didn't have money. Jesus bargained. He was a bargainer. He bargained. He worked with his hands. And that's how he made things. It wasn't all about the money. But please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please press the notification button so each time I post, you'll get notified. Also, check me out on my other platforms, my Telegram, my YouTube, my Rumble, and here on Fabulous YouTube. I think that's it. as I said, it's 2:02. I'm out of here. And let's see what day brings. I don't know. Maybe I might come back on. I don't know. Maybe I might not. Maybe I might just go outside and I feel free. I feel like all the weight of the world has just lifted. Even though I have a lot of other things, but just driving again and just having my independence again and not wearing that damn thing that was suffocating me. I felt like I was like, it was rough having that damn thing on my neck. I felt like I was restricted. That's why I don't wear a lot of jewelry. That's why I don't want to feel restricted. I don't care about jewelry. I don't care about wearing a lot of things, pounds of makeup. That's just not me. I like to be simple. Just, I did that well when I was younger. Like, I just want simple. Simple. Just get my shit done and have a great time with life. Because life is short. You don't know when your day is coming. You don't. So enjoy it while you're here. God doesn't want us to suffer. God wants us to have the life that we so deserve. And that we're meant to have. And that's all aspects of life. So God bless you. Have a great one. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.